Are you still letting your mother control the temperature of your nervous system? Well, you're not alone. Hi, my name is Michele Paradise, and welcome to my channel where I bring together evidence-based information coupled with my own lived experience to help you navigate the most important relationship in your life, which is the one with yourself. So let's unpack this. Do you ever feel that every conversation with your mother leaves you drained, ashamed, or doubting yourself, and you're her daughter? You're likely dealing with a narcissistic mother. And here's the truth that no one tells you. She will probably never change, but you can stop bleeding for her comfort. Growing up with a narcissistic mother, mine was a father, by the way, often means being cast in a role. This was so me. The good girl, the peacekeeper, the extension of their ego. You learned early that love was conditional and transactional, that your emotions were too much. Oh, I remember that so well. And that your job was to stay small, quiet, agreeable. My father used to say, children should be seen and not heard. And I think it was both in my case. And now, even as a woman, as a grown woman, you still feel like the little girl who has to earn her place. I was doing it for years, even when he was no longer on this earth. Narcissistic mothers rarely say, I was wrong. Instead, they guilt, gaslight, or ghost you when you don't comply. You get punished for having boundaries and rewarded for abandoning yourself. A quick story. I guided a young woman on how to deal with her narcissistic mother. And we really brought the level of the heat down in conversations. And I'll talk about this in a bit about gray rocking. And she gray rocked her mother, and they used to have weekly phone calls. Her mother lived thousands of miles away, so they had Sunday afternoon phone calls to catch up. And after she started working with me, the daughter did much more gray rock or yellow rock, a bit of emotions, but still not not heavy emotions with the mother. And the mother actually started saying to her, "Are you okay? There's something wrong with you. I think you need to go see a doctor," because she was beginning to notice the change in her communication with her. And the daughter just laughed and said, "No, I'm fine. Everything's okay." She didn't laugh at her. She just kind of giggled. And it really confused the narcissistic mother. And that's what it can look like. And as Dr. Gabor Mate has said, when attachment and authenticity conflict, the child will choose attachment every time. So we go to the familiar. That's what he's saying. We choose to stay attached to the narcissistic parent. But now you're not a child anymore. You get to choose something different. So I'm going to give you 5 hard truths that you need to hear. Number 1, she is not going to change. You can spend your life waiting for her to wake up, apologize, and love you the way you need. But narcissistic patterns are deep, and denial is part of the defense. Number 2, you are not responsible for her happiness. You're not her emotional regulator. That job was never yours. The only 2 people that can help your mother are her parents or a therapist. That's it, not you. Number 3, you can stop performing. Stop trying to be good enough, impressive enough, spiritual enough to finally win her approval. That's the wound talking. Number 4, boundaries are not betrayal. Silence, space, and no are not attacks. They're acts of self-preservation. This is about protecting your peace, not her peace or anybody else's peace. Number 5, you're allowed to grieve the mother you never had. I'm sorry. I know what that feels like. Allow the grief in. Grief is a doorway to healing, not weakness. Bring on the tears. Tears are detox. They're not weakness. So here's what I give my clients and use myself as a survivor and a therapist. Do the unsent letter ritual. Write your mother the raw, uncensored truth. Put everything in there, as raw and unpleasant as it is. Say what you've never said, then destroy it. Have a ceremony, burn it, shred it, tear it up in tiny little pieces. Because this isn't a letter for her, it's for your nervous system, for your inner child to finally be heard in a way you've never been heard. The next one is the gray rock technique done right. When you can't go no contact, go boring. And this is what I mentioned earlier with my client and her mother. Flat tone, minimal response, no emotional fuel. I'm going to give you some examples. One is, well, that's your opinion. That's it, full stop. End of conversation, period. Nothing more than that. Or I'll get back to you. And maybe you never will get back to her, and that's okay. You don't owe her that. Another one is, I'm not available for that conversation. and just leave it. They will gaslight you. They will use flying monkeys. They will use every devaluation trick in the book. Do not fall for it. The next one is to create a low contact plan. Decide in advance how long you'll stay, what topics are off limits, and how you'll exit if things go sideways. This is so powerful. I use that one so much. And I knew that I couldn't spend more than a certain amount of time with them. And I stuck to it. And I took my power back. The next one is text templates, exit scripts, boundaries. Write them out like armor. Have them in a file, have them in your notes, copy and paste them in. Repeat yourself and repeat yourself. Boundaries need to be consistent and repeated. And reparent your inner child daily. This is at the heart of the work. Check in with the little you. Speak gently. Touch your heart. Put your hand on your heart as if that's where your younger self is. Use some of my havening techniques that I've showed you before or other somatic practices. Say, you're safe. I see you. I hear you. I'm watching you. You don't have to earn my love anymore. You're safe. I'm sorry, but you may never get the mother you needed. She never existed, but you can become the mother your inner child always longed for. That's the real healing. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like, share it with someone who's navigating this wound, and subscribe for weekly videos on trauma healing, narcissistic abuse, and the journey back to yourself. And drop a comment. What's the one thing you've stopped tolerating from your narcissistic mother? I'd love to hear your story. Thank you very much. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.